Hello, Earthlings. I am Ajay Fry, and this is 5 on Fry, a show where I try to tackle 5 topics in under 5 minutes, fail miserably, and end up uploading something that's around 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Enjoy! In all likelihood, if you're watching this video, you know who I am not because of this web series, but because I host a television show on space. 5 nights a week, I co-host a show called Inner Space. It's an entertainment news show for us geeks, basically. We take you behind the scenes of all your favorite television shows and movies, and give you sneak peeks at upcoming comic books and games and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, it was announced this past Saturday that the after show we do for Orphan Black, our show is called After the Black, has been picked up by BBC America to be broadcast in the States. And this is a bit of a big deal for a number of reasons. For starters, I've been a television show host for nearly a decade now, but exclusively in Canada. So now American audiences are going to get introduced to myself, Morgan, and Teddy. And this is also awesome for American audiences because our show is great. We've got exclusive behind-the-scenes content on Orphan Black and interviews with the stars of the show, including Tatiana Maslany, who is our guest on the first episode of After the Black this season. Finally, Orphan Black deserves an after show, and people deserve to see it. I mean, it is such a fantastic show. It's brilliantly written, it's flawlessly acted, and the show focuses on so many themes and ideas that other television shows stay away from. It's a very progressive show, and it deserves to be talked about, so why not have another show where people actually do that? So the 4th season of Orphan Black is set to premiere on April 14th, followed by the 2nd season premiere of After the Black, and if you're not caught up, you can catch up on previous episodes of Orphan Black in Canada on Crave TV, and I believe it's streaming on Amazon in the US. With it being April Fool's Day today, I was thinking maybe China and the 97% of the world's scientific community could finally come clean about this whole global warming practical joke they've been playing on us for the past 3 decades or so. I mean, it used to be kind of funny when all the scary stuff they were telling us in jest was set to happen in the future and not in the here and now as it seems to be. 95% of the Great Barrier Reef is suffering from severe bleaching. Sea levels are set to rise far more rapidly than previously expected. February was the hottest month on record against annual averages, and it broke the record that was previously set by this past January, which broke the record that was previously set by this past December. So let me be the first to say, all right, great joke, China, and you international scientists whose families have been threatened by emerging industries seeking to profit from environmentalist hysteria. Now, do you think you could give us our functioning ecosystem back? And I don't just mean for us humans either. I mean for all the innocent animals out there who are too dumb to realize that if maybe they work together, they might be able to topple us humans from our place atop the food chain and restore some kind of state of natural balance to this pale blue dot we call home. But who am I kidding? I mean, even working together, all the animals on Earth couldn't convince us to stop destroying ourselves by way of poisoning our environment. After all, literally all the smartest humans on our planet are trying to convince us to stop destroying ourselves, but we're too busy being distracted by things like Donald Trump and our next story. Earlier this week, a defenseless, rich, and incredibly attractive television star was viciously attacked online when 2 undoctored photos of him were posted online side by side, complete with a joke at his expense written above them. And here, in the same world where so many serious issues still exist, a great hullabaloo ensued online. You see, WentWorth Miller, the victim in this heinous attack, actually penned a brilliant response that humanized him and shined a light on those dealing with mental health issues. He wrote, "But as with everything in life, I get to assign meaning, and the meaning I assign to this, my image, is strength, healing, forgiveness." Then he went and provided a bunch of links to resources for anyone who's struggling with mental health. So while the cynic in me really wants to rip this apart, I have to applaud him. He managed to laugh at himself a little bit and spin a rather innocuous meme into a needed discussion about mental health and body shaming. It was a great PR move, and he really should give his publicist a raise. Though come on, Wentworth, you've worked in television for a number of years. Everyone knows that when you put on a red shirt, you're immediately a target. Remember how yesterday I asked everyone on Facebook and Twitter for suggestions for what to talk about on this week's episode of 5 on Fry? Well, I've already recorded the entire episode, including the ending, and there's not enough time to include one, so April Fools! But keep the suggestions coming. I will start to include your ideas into 5 on Fry in the coming episodes. Still love me? Please do. Let's end this show on a high note, perfectly cut to Refused New Noise, one of my all-time favorite songs. The new trailer for Doom just landed on the interwebs yesterday, and it looks epic. I cannot wait to buy this game. Hop online, pick up a BFG, and totally annihilate my friends in some deathmatch. You should pick up the game too. You should add me to Steam or Battle.net, and you should follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Ajay Fry. Perhaps I will stream some Doom come this May. But that's all for this edition of 5 on Fry. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the future.